Shalom. Shalom, Yashrala. Before this starts, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakak Kwadash. Shalom to all the, first and foremost, I want to give double honors to the apostles of the great millstone who rule well and teach well. The only one certified to give the 100% truth of the Bible. Shalom to all the sincere brothers out there pushing out this truth and sincerity. Sincere shalom to the Akwat out there learning this truth in silence. My name is Bayanad Napasha. All right. Lord willing, I'm back in the spirit to bring out another lesson that's edifying unto the elect of Israel out there, okay? And before I start, I want to get out this prayer. All right. Yahayawa, Lavatazawan, Amaria, Paya, Wahagayawan, Labia, Lapanyaka, Yahweh, Tazawarya, Waga'alya. All right, and that's based on Psalms 19 and 14. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Yahweh, my strength and my redeemer. Okay. So this video, I want to go ahead and just do, this video is going to be a little bit shorter, or however the Spirit's going to deal with me in this. But I just wanted to go ahead and go over Isaiah 47, a lament for Babylon. So this is all what's coming to Babylon the Great here in America, all right? So I want to start off with verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. And the reason why it calls it the virgin daughter of Babylon is because America's never really been touched, all right? It's never been invaded, but it has done all the invading, across all the nations in the world. America has invaded every single country on the earth, and they've laid waste, they've raped, pillaged, murdered, stole resources, took people out of power and whatnot. That's like their whole MO. That's all they know how to do, okay? But they have never had that happen to them. So that's why it's referring to them as the virgin daughter of Babylon. Okay? Sit on the ground, there is no throne. So now that's showing how this whole empire, how they've been on top, so-called white man, Esau Edom, has been on top, being able to do however he wishes, all right? Now he's saying, your time is over, all right? No longer are you going to be able to sit on that throne. The Lord is the Lord is giving him a rundown of how this is going to happen. All right. Yeah. All right. There's no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. All right, and that tender and delicate is talking about how profitable this place looked. Back then, this so-called America used to be the place. You used to, if we just go ahead and work with the Americans and whatnot, we'll make a bunch of money, Like it was look at this. They got technology. The whole world viewed America as that beautiful place to get it. There was the land of opportunity and all that, right? No longer does the world see America like that. They see it as a cancer, if you will. All right. So this is that fall. All right. Take the millstones and grind meal. Uncover thy locks. Make bare the leg. Uncover the thigh, and pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. All right? So the Lord has given his prophets the ability to be able to teach Israel, once again, who is the actual enemy, all right? To show the entire world that Esau, Edom, and Babylon the Great is not what what you think it is, and to show through scriptures and throughout history how the so-called white man has been the plague of the earth this whole time. You know, right? Because like before the internet, it was really hard to see it that way. You had to really study. You had to really be focused. You had to be an insider in order to really see how Esau Edom really was behind closed doors. But because he controlled all the news outlets, because he controlled all the media, because he controlled the narrative, and he controlled, well, if you could say anything or whatnot, no longer do you have the ability to, no longer do you have that ability to hide behind that, you know? Now, ever since with the internet coming out, people are able to voice their own opinions about what's going on personally in their own walks of life when they bump into Esau Edom and how they treat him. You got other scholars paying attention and studying every last move of all these political people and seeing where they put their money and all that. Every last thing of who they truly are is being shown to light. That's what this is going into. All right. That nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, and that shame shall be seen. I mean, look at back. The narrative used to be so good about presidents and whatnot. Even now, you got people who are hardcore, like MAGA supporters and whatnot, crying and saying, I apologize because I look at every single thing that this man is doing. And everybody, the news articles, the people in the streets and whatnot, they all are bringing receipts on everything that this man is doing, you know? And it's not just this man, it's also all the other ones as well, how they are moving and just not caring at all about the people, all right? There's a scripture on that. Let me get that. Wicked. Proverbs 9:22, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And that's all you got right now, is everybody that is aware of what's happening, because everybody is mourning. Nobody's having a good time here. But that's just signifying that, you know, everybody can see the so-called white man for who he really is. All right? Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. Okay? And that's Yahushua coming back when he comes and crack them clouds. Every face shall see, and they are going to gnash their teeth. It's going to be bitter for them because they going to think, oh, Jesus is coming back to save. Nah, Yahushua is coming back to to put belt to ass, all right? Excuse my language, but, you know, it's a lot here. Verse 4, as for our Redeemer, Yahweh of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. So they're saying, like, hey, you're not gonna bounce back from this. Esau Edom thinks that, oh, World War III is gonna happen, so he's building all these bunkers and building underground cities and whatnot, so that, oh, once they nuke the top, we could just come back out and rule again. You're not ruling again. This is over for you. This is the last time that you had any ability to rule in any capacity that was going to be right, but it's not in you to do so. All right. But yeah, verse 6, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. You know, going into the curses of Deuteronomy 28 and 48, how the Lord said he would put a yoke of iron. Actually, let me just get it. Yeah, actually, let me get in this one. In fact, let me get the 68. And the Lord and Yahweh said, I shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. All right. Now this scripture, there's a video on YouTube that if I find it, I'm gonna put a screenshot of it here, and it's mocking the Hebrew Israelites, and it's saying that they're debunked off of this scripture, talking about, oh, no man shall buy you. Well, slaves were bought. Well, that word buy, if you go into it, it means quana. All right. To get, acquire, to create, buy, or to possess. To get, to acquire, or to obtain. All right. Let's see if there's anything else. All right. It's not just talking about where is it? It's like right here. If you can see it, this part right here. Also to redeem people out of captivity. All right. So that's what that word is meaning. To redeem a people outside of a captivity. And this ain't picking, what's it called? This ain't splitting hairs or whatnot. That's what it actually means. All right. They love to say, oh, that's not what it actually goes into. Well, yeah, it does. Okay. And that's why this one that we were just reading, Isaiah 47, it says that. It says that. I was wrought with my people, and I polluted mine inheritance, and gave them into thine hand. Well, yeah, he gave us into your hand. And the whole purpose of to not have anybody to redeem us was to purchase, what's the word I'm thinking of? Starts with P. To punish us. Good Lord. All right. He gave that as a punishment unto us because we chose not to listen to him. All right. But let's keep reading. And give them thine. I was wrought with my people, and I have polluted my inheritance, and have given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. All right. So they were supposed to have us in captivity. And honestly, it was just supposed to be a regular captivity. But Esau Edom is so wicked that he went above and beyond. He went far, way further than he was supposed to. Having us in chains and making us be servants is one thing, but eating us, buck breaking the men, chopping off our rods and hanging us up in streets and whatnot, and feeding our babies to alligators and just coming up with torture methods, saying that, they don't feel pain. You can do surgery on them without giving them any anesthetics or anything like that. Like the list goes on and on and on. Like Esau Edom was so wicked. It did not get to that extent with other nations. It was just, nah, you work for me. You're going to do this work. And if you have to be whipped, well, you have to. Esau would do that just for fun, you know? So that's the difference in this. He had, because he loves to do wicked, all right? That's all he knows how to do. So let me see. I think I had one prepared for that. So okay, never mind. All right. But yeah, thou did show them no mercy upon the ancient. Thou hast very heavily laid thy yoke. Again, saying how far Esau went with his rulership, man. Everything that he went with, it was just to go as hard as possible against the Israelites. He went crazy in putting us in captivity, basically. You know. Verse 7, and thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. And that's going into how they just kept it in their head like, oh, ain't nothing bad gonna happen to me. I got this. You know, this is in the bag for me. I don't got to worry about nothing. They didn't think about, man, should I be doing this to them like this? Nah, they loved it so much they never gave it another thought. Okay? Therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that saith in thy heart, I am and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. All right, that's going into how they think, oh, I ain't got to worry about nothing. The Lord don't see this. It's just me. I'm not going to lose nothing. I ain't going to lose my kingdom. I ain't going to lose my grip over the world or whatnot. But that's why the previous scriptures talking about you not remember the latter end of it. All right. But that's why, let me go ahead and get this. Is that Sirach? Oh, hold on. Yeah, 2nd Esdras 6 and 9, not Sirach. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So Esau forgot that part. He was gonna rule, because let me get this too. It just appeared in my head. Salakia. Salakia. Yeah. Genesis 25 and 26. So this is talking about, this is talking about Jacob and Esau as they came out. All right. Let me also get. Okay, yeah, that is this. Genesis 25 and 23. And Yahweh said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. All right, so these are 2 brothers, all right, 2 twins, but they're different nations. They're split. They are completely different as a people, all right. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. All right, so that's what this is going into. And when her days were to be delivered, fulfilled, behold, there were twins in the womb. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. So the elder being Esau, and after that his brother came out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel. All right, and that's that symbolism of Jacob is the beginning of the world, and Esau is the I just had it. See life here. 2nd Esdras 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So as Esau is here first, that's the end of this world, and Jacob is grabbing onto his heel because he's next, and all right. So that's him taking on his heel. That's just a little. So let me go back to Isaiah 47. That's Esau not remembering the latter end of it. That's how he was not going to rule the whole time. When his father blessed him, he said, that he gave Jacob everything, that you were going to serve your brother. And going into, is that Revelation 3? It's like, yeah. Really? Boy, I cannot spell today. Revelation 13:10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. All right. So this is not going the way that Esau wants it to go. All right. He's the one that led us into captivity, so he's going to go into captivity. That's why he's going to serve his brother. All right. So like, yeah. Just wanted to make that point real quick. Let's go ahead and get back to, I was on the other one. Yeah, they're saying that I shall not know the loss of children and whatnot. That's having that control over the entire earth and whatnot. But these two things shall come into thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood, and they shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. So all the sorceries and enchantments that it's talking about is the witchcraft that Esau Edom has used, whether that is poisoning the foods and whatnot, or using what's it called? Salakia. Like being able to switch the narrative and whatnot. The music, the movies, the TV shows, all of that to get everybody to think one way and whatnot. All right, all these things that they use to keep people from believing anything, the switching of dogmas and all the other gods and whatnot. Every last thing that he has used to try to take us down, which is literally in everything. There's not a single thing that Esau has done for the purpose of just to have fun. It's all been an attack on the Israelites to keep us away from the truth. All right. But all these things, they shall come up to thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thy enchantments. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, and thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it has perverted thee. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. Again, that's that pride of Esau. And we can go to that Sirach 10. Yeah. Sirach 10 and 10. The physician cutteth off a long disease, and he that is today a king, tomorrow shall die. All right, going into Esau, Edom. All right, going into Yahushai, coming to cut off Esau, Edom from his power, from his reign. All right. For when a man is dead, he shall inherit creeping things, beasts, and worms. The beginning of pride is when one departeth from the Heavenly Father, and his heart is turned away from his Maker. All right, and Esau's heart has never been inclined to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right, he can't. It's not in him to. He's perfectly wicked. All right, scriptures say there are 7 abominations in his heart, and the 7 just means a complete number. Like it's just completion. So he's completely wicked. All right. And the heart is the Hebrew word lab, going into your mind. So there's 7 abominations in his mind. He is perfectly wicked in his mind. He can't think of anything. And that's why wisdom cannot enter into a malicious soul, as the scriptures say. So Esau is never going to be able to repent, or this is just showing the characteristics of Esau Edom this whole time. All right. thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it has perverted thee. The wisdom that Esau does have is just the sword. That's it. All he knows is how to make weapons and to do wickedness. He doesn't know how to. That's why Edomites can't create anything. They just have to watch us do stuff and then steal it from every nation. But the best of the best comes from the Israelites. And it's not just the so-called Negroes, all right? That's just the tribe of Judah, all right? So the Israelites are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and West Indians, Native Americans, and the Haitians, all right? Those are the 12 tribes of Israel. And we are the salt of the earth. That's why even though we're completely on the bottom, everybody looks to us in everything, in culture, in class, in music, everything. And it's not just entertainment. We actually do have answers when it comes to how to live life. All right, Esau Edom didn't know how to wash his own ass. He thought, the soap just kind of runs off of me. Like, he doesn't understand how to actually clean. He learned that from us. When segregation was a thing, and our people, and what is it, MLK, when he helped get rid of segregation, get us into those spaces and whatnot, hey, the people back then, bro, if they're still alive, the people that are back then, they were like, man, when I went inside those restaurants and whatnot, it was the worst food ever. But our restaurants were always, hey, they don't know how to do anything, you know? But anyway, let's get back to the point. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it has perverted thee. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. That's really thinking that it's just him. He forsake the Lord so bad that he's like, nah, the Lord ain't even real. It's just me. I did this. He completely forsaken the Lord. Therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it riseth. And mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off. And desolation shall come upon thee, which thou shalt not know. So when shit hits the fan for Esau, he ain't gonna know, like, whoa, what's going on here? Like, he's not gonna be able to see it coming. All right? The whole time, he's gonna be ready to, Esau's just gonna get ready to use his sword, because that's the only thing he got. Esau ain't really got hands like that. Not when it comes to a Jake. Nah. Like, Jacob warrior tribe. But the whole time, he's gonna be comfortable. He gonna be thinking, oh, I got him now. And in that moment, the Lord's not gonna let him satisfy himself. He's not gonna be able to fill his belly. All right? And that's when he's not gonna know where it came from, how it even got to this measure or whatnot. He's gonna be tweaking. And we can't wait for that day, man. We can't wait for that day. If you really in this thing, man, every day you wake up hoping that Esau just has a tweaker moment and just pushes the button. It ain't gonna happen like that, because we got a few prophecies left. Like, a man shall desire to go into a city, and he shall not be able. We're still waiting on that. So martial law. We're still waiting on Revelation 13:16. He shall he should cause all, both rich and small, rich and poor, young and old, free and bond, to receive a mark in their left hand or in their forehead. All right. So we're waiting on the mark of the beast to come out, the micro C hip. Don't take that chip if you fear the Lord. That Neuralink and all that stuff, don't get it. And then also, the last one that we're waiting on is World War III. All right? For the nukes to get launched, that Judges 5:11. You know? Those to be delivered from the noises of the archers. Those archers are the nukes. All right? 200 million of them going to come down. But, yeah, let's keep reading this. I have a couple more precepts that I want to bring out right here. Stand now with thine enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit, if thou mayest prevail. So the Lord's like taunting him, like, go ahead, use the same shit. You got all this, all these sorceries and whatnot. Call upon that when shit's popping off. You've only been able to succeed like this because nobody's been ready to stand up and fight. But once everybody's ready to stand up and fight, ain't nobody listening to words. Nobody's listening to that. It's gonna be all action, especially when the day of the Lord comes and you gonna try to fight back with the Lord. Oh, you finna lose drastically. We can't wait for that either. All right? Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers and the stargazers and the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. All right? Behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them, and they shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor the fire to sit before it. Thus shall they be unto thee with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants from thy youth. They shall wander every one to his quarter, and none shall save thee. Now, the reason why I went ahead and got that, let me see. No, that's not it. It's like, never mind. But, airplane coming out. It's like it. Sounded like an airplane was coming in mad close. Hey. Hey. Soon, man, soon. Yeah, there's a couple precepts that I want to get to. Yeah, to finish this off right here. All right. Therefore, evil shall come upon thee. That's all the nations that have dwelt with Esau that are gonna go ahead and turn against him. All right. It's a lot here. But yeah, let me go ahead and grab that. That's we're starting at Isaiah 66. Yeah, verse 15. For behold, Yahweh will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with the flames of fire. Oh yeah, slack it. Let me go ahead and grab it here so you can, because I got my physical Bible out here too. There. For behold, Yahweh will come with fire, and his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will Yahweh plead with all flesh, and the slain of Yahweh shall be many. All right, so the Lord is coming back to, again, put belt to ass. He's not playing around at all. And Esau, he's got a very specific judgment coming for you, man. All right, let me get... this is the reason why I wanted this. Exodus 15, verse 16. Fear and dread shall fall upon them by the greatness of thine arm, and they shall be as still as a stone, till thy people pass over, O Yahweh, till the people pass over which thou hast purchased. Now, if you remember, in Deuteronomy 28:68, that no man shall buy you. Let's look at that word that we already showed, that quanah, all right, which is to recover and redeem a people in their captivity, like we just read right here. It's right there. All right. To redeem people out of captivity. Quanah, that word. Well, let's go back to Exodus 15, verse 16. Let's go ahead to look at this word purchased. All right. Till the people pass over thy people, O Lord, till pass over people which thou hast purchased. Oh, look. Quanah. Same word. All right? To recover or to redeem. So yet again, that both proves that the Lord put us in captivity into Esau's hands and said nobody was going to save us out of that situation. Yeah, we got bought and sold, but it's okay because the Lord's coming to redeem us here. This precept proves that point as well. All right? Now, on top of that, and shows that fear and dread shall fall over all of them. All of them, all the nations, but especially Esau. And the one that I got for that, this will be the last one I got. But we'll go to 2nd Esdras. All right. Verses 6. Yeah, 2nd Esdras 6, verse 23. This is going into all the nations that sucked with Esau, Edom, all this time. All the nations that had any bit of hand in being able to benefit of having the Israelites in captivity, or anybody that has been trusting over Esau, Edom, or has benefited from working with Esau, Edom. All right, verse 23. And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. And at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. Whoso remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape, and see my salvation at the end of your world. And the men that are received shall see it, who have not tasted death from their birth, and the heart of their inhabitants shall be changed, and turned into another meaning. For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. All right. And as for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth which has been so long without fruit shall be declared. All right. So all of that is coming down on Esau, Edom. And on top of that, there's another one I want to grab. I just got it. Yeah. Right here. Verse 8. 2nd Esdras 13 and 8. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. That's going into Esau ready to throw hands with the Lord. And your arms too small to slap box with the Lord, bro. Hey, but it's going to happen anyway. We can't wait to see it. Hey, there's a quote from this TV show called One Punch Man. I think the character that says it is the Deep Sea King. There's this dude that's talking shit, and in one hit, this dude just, boom, puts him down. And he's like, you know, when something's so annoying, it's so pleasing to watch it die. And guess what, Esau Edom? That's you. You have been such a fucking pain, bro. It's going to be so pleasing to watch you fall, man. To watch the Lord absolutely dog walk your ass, man. Hey, let me keep going. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held his sword, or any instrument of war. This is talking about Yahushai. This is the perspective of Yahushai down to Esau now. But what I only saw is that he sent out of his mouth as has been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks of tempest, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire and the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. And when I saw this, I was afraid. All right, so let's go back here to Isaiah 47. All right. This verse 14, behold, they shall be as stubble, the fire shall burn them, and they shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. That's what's going to be you, Esau. That's all you got to look forward to. It would be better if you just gave it up. If you just said, Lord, forgive me. I am sorry. Please take this from me. But you're not going to do that. All right? Just like it says earlier. Let me find it one more time. For thou hast trusted in that wickedness, and thou hast said, none seeth me, man. You got that pride on you. That wicked ass pride on you, bro. And that's why you got to die. All right? The Lord willing, this was edifying to the elect out there. Shalom to you, elect. Hey, my name is Bayanad Napasha. Lord willing, you, oh, yeah. So, the reason why I'm saying my name is Bayanah instead of Bayanash is because there was a mix-up with the Hebrew. Bayanash isn't the word for to seek understanding. It's Bayanah. So that's the only difference. And then Napashia is the same, but just without the ha at the end. So now it's just Bayanah Napashia. All right. But hey, shalom to you elect out there, whoever you may be. Just endure. We almost home. Again, we only got like 3 prophecies left. Okay. Just make sure that you are building up your spiritual treasures, listening to the Lord at every possible inconvenience, because it's always going to be inconvenient. That's the whole point of why we're here. All right. Shalom, Yashar. If I don't see you tomorrow, Lord willing, I see you up in the chariot. Shalom.